Hello, 5th grade. This is Chapter 11, Lesson 7, page 839. Convert customary units of capacity. So converting measurements of capacity. Capacity is the measure of how much a container can hold. Just like length and weight, the smaller the unit you use to measure capacity, the more precise the measurement. So if you're trying to be exact, use smaller measurements. Here we go. Sandra tries to drink 9 cups of water each day. How many fluid ounces of water is 9 cups? Convert 9 cups to fluid ounces. Well, we need to figure that out. And they're getting right into it here. But before we do that, I want to introduce the key concept of what the different units of capacity are. A helpful hint: a fluid ounce is different from the ounce used to measure weight. So liquid is fluid, and it's a little different than what something weighs. Even though they'll call it a fluid, or they'll call it an ounce, it may not weigh an ounce, but it takes up an ounce of space. So let's look at these things. I went around my house and looked for some stuff to show you. Okay, they're saying nail polish is about a fluid ounce. And to be honest, I looked, and if you can see this, nail polishes in my house, all of them end up being about 0.45 fluid ounces, about a half of an ounce, honestly. So to make an ounce, you'd need 2 nail polishes. These are both half of an ounce. So, but the idea is there. An ounce is small. This weighs, or not, doesn't weigh, it's a fluid ounce. 1 FL for fluid ounce. And if you can't see that, I will raise it up. Hopefully you can see. 1 fluid ounce. And it talks about milliliters too, but that's metric. It doesn't count. And it's an awkward number because ounces do not translate into metric numbers exactly. So customary measurements don't go directly into metric measurements. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's a fluid ounce. What is contained in this little bottle, or 2 nail polishes. You can see one on top of another would be about the same. Fluid ounce, okay? That's an ounce. Next we have a cup. This is a cup. Got that from the dollar store. Sideways, it looks like that. And my favorite measuring cup in my house is this one, a nice glass one, but this is 2 cups. So 2 of these on top of each other would fill the capacity of this measuring cup. So let's move that up. 1 cup, 2 cups. You can see it says 1 cup there. It's also 8 ounces, so there's an 8 there. 1 cup is the same as 8 ounces, and the ounces are measured in these lines here if you count them. And these ones you just have to guess, but up to here it'd be about 2 ounces, 3, 4. Every line must be an ounce. Anyways, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ounces. Okay, 8 ounces fit in a cup. 8 of these worth of lotion would fit in this cup. Okay, moving on. After a cup is a pint. This water bottle, they're saying, is about a pint. And looking at the measurement on it, there's 16 9/10 fluid ounces. Once again, it's an awkward amount, but that is about a pint because a pint is actually 16 ounces. So this is a little more than a pint, but only 9/10 of an ounce more. So that's really, really close to what a pint is. Then you have quarts. I didn't have motor oil, but I went in the garage and I noticed that I have this. This is a quart. This is mineral spirits used to clean like paintbrushes and things. It says right on there. This is 32 fluid ounces. It is exactly 1 quart. It would take 32 of these 1 ounce liquid containers to fill up this quart. Okay. And how many cups would fill up this quart? A quart is equal to 32 divided by Well, I think we better get to this later because I can't think straight. Okay, so this is a quart, which moves on to the next thing, which would be gallon. Gotta make sure this is closed tightly. This is a gallon of milk from the refrigerator. You've seen these in your own house, pretty big. It doesn't say the number of ounces on there. I think it's 128. This is a gallon. 4 of these quarts could fit into the gallon container. And several cups could fit into that. And lots of ounces could fit into a gallon to fill the gallon. Just giving you examples. Now it's time to compare them and convert them. So here we go. One step at a time. There's also something else I might reference in a minute, but let's see how this goes. I guess maybe I'll mention this quickly. I like this image. I put this together using things that are available online. So there's a thing called the gallon land, the land of the gallon, and this is like the king. And the king has 12 queens. Guess what queens represent on here and what the G represents a gallon? So what would the Q's represent? They represent quarts. So this is showing you in the land of the gallon, that's the big guy, gallon. The biggest thing we had was a gallon of milk. There lives 4 queens. They have 4, maybe King Gallon has 4 queens, right? There are 4 quarts in a gallon. 4 of these quarts we were talking about can fit in the gallon of milk. Inside of every quart, you can fit 2 of these pints. Does that make sense? That makes sense. That's about half of a quart. If you had 2 of them, you could fill the inside of this quart with 2 pints. So does that make sense? So for every quart, you have 2 pints. That makes sense. And inside of every pint, you can fit 2 cups. So there's 2 C's inside of every pint. Cup, cup. Cup, that makes sense to me. Cup. About 2 cups fit in, well, exactly 2 cups fit into a pint. It's a little hard to see with this. All right, and then if you look at the entire picture, how many pints are in a gallon? The whole picture fills up how many it takes to fill a whole gallon. So there's 4 quarts. 4 quarts fill up the gallon of milk. How many pints fill up a gallon of milk? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you draw this picture on your paper, you want to make it match just like this, and it's teaching you and giving you a visual to show you it would take 8 pints, 8 of these to fill up a gallon of milk. Then you talk about cups. There's 2 cups in every pint. So how many cups fill up the whole gallon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cups to fill a gallon of milk. 16 of these to fill a gallon of milk. And now it could be milk, it could be water, but to fill a gallon, it could be anything, any fluid. Okay, moving on. I've got some of that written down here. It's hard to see because it was enlarged from the internet, but 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces, 8 of these. A pint, 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. A quart is equal to 4 cups. 1, 2, well, maybe it could go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 approximately. You just have to visualize that. 1, 2, 3, 4. A quart is also equal to 2 pints. If you preferred it, you could see it like this. 2 of these pints would fit in a quart. So those are all, it's a visual and written words. And then the cup is worth 8 ounces. Once again, it's 8 of these in a cup. So here we go. An ounce is your smallest unit of liquid measurement, fluid measurement. Here we go. So if Sandra tries to drink 9 cups of water each day, how many fluid ounces of water is in 9 cups? Now here's another one for you. This is my measuring, I don't know what you call it, measuring cup for 8 cups. This is 8 cups. If I go up to that line, if I wanted 9 cups, I think I could just fill up to here and I'd have 9 cups. So you have a visual, it'd be like above the C here. 9 cups of any liquid to fill this. That's pretty big. So that's a visual. So Sandra tries to drink 9 cups. She drinks up to here every day from bottom to top to that finger. How many ounces is that? Well, every cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. Every cup is equal to 8 of these small measurements or fluid ounces, you know. So what we need to do is multiply. If 1 cup is equal to 8 ounces, multiply 9 cups, up a C for cup, times 8. OZ is the abbreviation for ounce. Multiply that. If you know your facts, 8 times 9 is 72. So Sandra has her 9 cups, that's equal to 72 fluid ounces of water every day. There's about 72 fluid ounces from bottom to my hand of water every day. That's quite a bit. Does that make sense to you? Hopefully it does. Well, let's move on. Let's try the next example. As with units of length and units of weight, measurements of capacity in the customary system can also be expressed as fractions. So sometimes you have a fraction of a whole. Since 2 pints equals blank quarts, how many pints are in a quart? Let's look at the gallon land. How many pints are in a quart? Here's a quart with the Q for queen. How many pints are in a quart? 1, 2 pints in a quart. I like that visual. Since 2 pints equals 1 quart, divide 7 by, what am I trying to figure out? How many quarts can be made out of 7 pints? Since 2 pints equals 1 quart, then divide 7 by 2. I mean, the work was right here, but I had to think about it. Sorry, guys. So 7 divided by 2 doesn't go evenly. Let's work that out. 7 divided by 2. The closest thing would be 3. 3 times 2 is 6. When you subtract, you get 1. So it would be 3, remainder 1. And what does that mean? I always like to put the words next to what I'm doing here. So it's 7 pints divided by 2. Sorry, I'm trying to think straight. 2 pints equals 1 quart. And we're trying to figure out how many quarts this is going to be. So my 3 represents 3 quarts with 1 pint left over. So I like to see it there and then transpose it over here. So the remainder 1 means there is 1 pint left over. The fraction of a quart is 1 out of how many does it take to make the entire quart? It's 1 out of 2 that it takes to make a quart, because we were saying 2 pints equals 1 quart. So it's 1 out of 2 that it takes to make the entire quart. Basically, it's a half. So 7 pints is equal to 3 quarts and 1 pint, or you could just call it 3.5 quarts, because 1 out of 2 is what that is. 1 out of 2 pints that it takes to make the whole quart, 1/2, or 3.5 when you write, or 3.5, 3 5/10, which is the same as 3.5. Okay, well, let's try some more. let's go right over to independent practice. I'm going to reference this a lot. I would draw that out myself if I were you. Once again, we've got a gallon. Inside a gallon, we have 4 quarts. Inside of every quart, we have 2 pints. But this is also the amount that it takes to make a gallon. Inside of every pint, we have 2 cups. And all of these cups put together would make a gallon. So that's what we need to remember. A cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. A pint is equal to 2 cups, just like the image. A quart is equal to 4 cups, just like the image, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a quart is also equal to 2 pints, just like the image. I like seeing that. All right, what can we do here? 5 cups, let's start easy. And I'm going to forward my computer here, just so I have a visual. All right, if you have 5 cups, how many fluid ounces is that? You need to know how many ounces are in a cup. And we have that here. 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. That's the thing you need to memorize the most. If you can remember that there's 8 ounces in a cup, that's the basic of all of this. So we are going to take 5 cups and multiply it by 8 ounces per cup. And so you have 5 cups times 8 ounces per cup will equal how many fluid ounces are in there total. 5 times 8 is 40. We know that as a basic fact. Therefore, there are 40 fluid ounces in 5 cups. A visual, 5 cups would be from here to here. There would be 40 ounces in there. If you separated it into ounces, there'd be 40 of these in the 5 cups. Okay, wow, here's some big lines. What if you had 19 quarts? That's a lot. You have 19 of these. How many gallons would that make with a few quarts left over? You need to figure out how many quarts make up a gallon to begin with. So, how many quarts are in a gallon? Quart, 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 quart. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts are in every gallon. So I'm going to do 19 quarts that are sitting there, and I like to label my work, divided by 4 quarts per gallon. And that'll tell me That'll tell me how many gallons it is with a certain amount of quarts left over. Let's see. How many times does 4 go into 19? The closest fact I know is 4 times 4, which is 16. So I put my 4 on top. 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to run into the problem below it. 9 take away 6 is 3 and 0. So it is an answer of 4 gallons would be made with a remainder 3, gets filled in the blank, 3 quarts left over. So if you had 19 of these quarts, you could make 4 gallons of milk, for example, and you'd still have 3 of these left over. Okay, that would be a lot of these, wouldn't it? A lot of 1 ounces. Let's continue. Let's try gallons. What if you had 25 gallons of milk? That's a lot. How many quarts would that be if you had 25 gallons? Once again, a gallon of milk. How many quarts would that be? Is the number going to get bigger or smaller? That's what you need to think about. I'm going into smaller measurements, so the number's going to get bigger. And when you make something bigger, you're multiplying. So 25 gallons is how many quarts? Let's look. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So we're going to multiply the number of gallons times 4 to figure out how many quarts there are. 25 gallons, G, times 4 quarts. per gallon will give us, all right, gal, will give us the number of quarts that is. Wow, that's easy, because that's like 4 quarters. That is 100 pennies. You could do the math if you want, but trust me, 4 times 25 is 100. It's going to be 100 quarts. So 25 gallons is the same as 100 quarts. 100 of these. That's a lot. 25 gallons is a lot of milk, too. It would be 100 quarts worth. Okay, let's move on. Let's try another one. How about, what if you have 19 cups? How many little ounces would that be? Once again, a visual. If you have 19 cups, how many ounces of liquid would that be? Is the number going to get bigger or smaller? You have 19 cups. How many little guys like this is it going to be? The number is going to be bigger, so you're multiplying. So how many ounces are in a cup? Let's go back to this. That's that one you need to memorize. A cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. There are 8 ounces in a cup. 8 ounces in a cup. So, where am I? It's going to be 19 cups times 8 ounces per cup. And once you do that, you'll know how many ounces it is total. It's getting bigger. Remember, we're multiplying. 9 times 8 is 72. 8 plus 7 is 15, because 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7 is 15 ounces. So 19 cups is equal to 152 fluid ounces. 152 of these would fill up 19 cups. 19 of these. That's the capacity. Let's see. Let's try pints to gallons. If you had 68 water bottles, 68 pints, how many gallons would that be? And is the number going to get bigger or smaller? 68 of these. We're going to figure out how many gallons of milk or gallons of water that would be. Well, the number is going to get smaller. So this time we're dividing. Because the gallon is bigger, it will take less of them to make this. 68 of these. So we're going to do 68 pints divided by the number of pints in a gallon. Let's look at our work. How many pints are in a gallon? This is the gallon. How many pints is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you could go 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 pints in a gallon. So let's go over here. We're going to divide by 8 pints per gallon. Once again, writing it out helps you to see it. And when I get my answer, the answer is going to be gallons with possibly some pints left over. We don't know. If we have a remainder, it will be pints that are left over. 8 times what is really close to 68? How about 8 times 8? 8 times 8 is 64. When you subtract 8, take away 4 is 4. Can you get another 8 out of that? No. So this is your leftover, extra 4 pints. So 68 pints is equal to 8 large gallons and 4 pints left over, but we need to write it as a fraction. So it's going to be 4 over 8, which can once again be reduced. Because 4 out of 8 that it takes to make the gallon, that's exactly a half. And you can bet the book planned that. So it's 8.5 gallons of whatever liquid it is. That is meant to be 8.5. Hopefully you can read that. Our final answer is 8.5 gallons. Okay, what if you had 56 quarts? A little messy, but what if you had 56 of these? How many gallons would that be? Okay, in a gallon, how many quarts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 56 going into gallons, the number is going to get smaller because gallons are big. and they can take a bunch of quarts into them. So it's going to be 56 quarts divided by 4 quarts that equal a gallon per gallon. 56. Okay, 4 does go into 5 one time. 4 times 1 is 4. When you subtract, you get 1. Bring down the 6. 4 goes into 16 exactly 4 times. So this one comes out even. 4 times 4 is 16. You subtract and you get 0. So the final answer on this one, which I never labeled the top, is going to be in gallons, because that's what we were trying to figure out. If you had 56 quarts, 56 of these would make exactly 14 gallons of milk with nothing left over. No remainder. And once again, the gallon is like this. It's the biggest, the largest unit of measurement for today. Okay, let's go down here and then we will call it a day. We're at 26 minutes. Where to? This could be interesting. We need to figure out, I may end up skipping around, but I like this one. 300 fluid ounces is how many gallons? Well, you need to convert it to something on both sides that can be, you know, so they're matching. What if we convert this into gallons? If you had, we need our basic measurement. There are 8 fluid ounces in a cup. So I think we'll convert this into cups possibly and then into gallons. Looking at our image, if I have 300 fluid ounces, how many gallons would that be? I'm going to convert it into cups and then, because you don't know, it never told us the measurement of how many ounces are in a gallon. I mean, we could figure that out, but that's what we got to work on. Here we go. 8 ounces per cup. Let's first change this into cups and then into gallons. Gee, here we go. 300. It's going to be 300 divided by 8. Will tell us how many cups that is first. 300 ounces divided by 8 ounces at a time to make a cup. 8 ounces in a cup. Okay, 8 does not go into 3, but it goes into 30. 4 times. Nope, oops. 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. 30 take away 24 is 6. Bring down your 0. 8 doesn't go into 60 exactly, but it goes in, like 8 times 8 is 64. That's too big, so we'll do times 7, which is 56. 7 times 8 is 56. Subtract. 60 take away 56 is 4. You'd have 4 ounces left over. So this could be interesting. This is equal to 37 cups with 4 ounces left over. Okay, that's what 300 ounces is equal to. I might convert this over to cups also. So let me write this in what I have so far. 300 fluid ounces, I decided to convert it into cups, is equal to 37 cups with 4 ounces left over. So how many cups is 2 gallons? That should be easy. Let's look at our picture. In a gallon, how many cups are there? This is the gallon, the G. How many cups? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Every gallon is worth 6 cups. And here we have 37 cups. It's going to be close. So if 1 gallon is worth, I forgot what I just said, 4 times 4 is 16. It's 16 cups. Every gallon is worth 16 cups. So if I had 2 of them, I basically need to do 16 times 2. 16 cups times 2 gallons. Because there's 16 cups in a gallon, and I've got 2 gallons. How many cups will that be?